Today we're talking about two OTC stock bangers, Fernhill Corporation, ticker FERN, and Cyberlux Corporation, ticker CYBL, or Sybil. Let's discuss the bear attack on these two stocks and what to expect next. Stick around to the end of the video as I'll give you a comparison and my opinion about which of these two stocks is likely to make you more money in the long run. Yes, Fern is up over 8,400% over the past year and 4,622% year to date. But per this OTC short report, you can see that the short sellers are loving this stock. It is extremely volatile. In looking at the one-year chart, Fern had a 275% pullback on May 13th that lasted for 13 days. There was another pullback on July 17th from a high of 0.026 that lasted for 6 days. This time, the low of 0.0095 made this one a 365% pullback. So, if you're planning to buy and swing this stock, the best time to buy it is at the low end of a big pullback. Clearly, if you're not careful about a good entry point, you could lose all your money. Fern is a stock where the reward can also be fantastic if you hit the right entry point. As always, this is not financial advice and for entertainment only. Hi, investing friends. This is Lynn, and welcome back. So let's go and review today's hot stock. But first, if you could give this video a thumbs up in return for my efforts in analyzing these stocks, it would be greatly appreciated. And while you're at it, subscribe for more videos like this one. So let's go and review today's hot stock. Per their recent financial report, Fern is a technology holding company that builds, acquires, and incubates businesses in the blockchain, mobile applications, software, fintech, and alternative energy industries. They have a lot going on. The company plans to further develop and expand upon alternative energy, fuel cell technology, and sports betting applications. Fern is quite progressive and currently leases a virtual office for about $200 per year. Instead of fancy brick-and-mortar offices, the company is clearly investing in technology and an impressive new website. Per this screenshot, Fern's management insiders own close to 25% of the company's stock. This is great news and does make for a very motivated management team. On July 12, 2021, the company entered into a letter of intent to acquire a crypto mining software company as a technology asset purchase. On July 20th, 2021, Fern formed a new wholly owned subsidiary, Crypto Mining Corp, to focus on partnerships and acquisitions in the crypto mining sector. Fern landed this crypto mining company for a great price of only $50,000. This acquisition has opened the door for Fern to pursue several much larger acquisition targets to enhance their Perfect Mine crypto mining operating system. We know more exciting acquisitions are coming, as on August 10th, Fern contracted with legal counsel to pursue various businesses, financing, and acquisition initiatives on behalf of Fernhill. Keep a lookout because as news come out about these acquisitions, we could expect a big bump in the stock. Let's look at the great job that Fern did with their new Perfect Mine website. This is an impressive website and had to cost Fern a bundle. The purpose of the website is to allow users to quickly deploy, automate, and monitor their crypto mining operations, even if they have thousands of mining rigs. Fern states on their About Us page that the purpose is to centralize a user's rig operations, performance, and mining yields through automation. Fern has a burning passion for mining, the blockchain, and the decentralized world of finance. Here you can see a screenshot of their mining packages from Basic to Novice and Guru Miner. The Guru includes advanced benefits like CPU mining, overclock, and voltage control. This is a beautifully done website. On July 29th, Fern had revealed a number of corporate initiatives and milestones set through the end of Q3 2021. In a press release, Fern had outlined a commitment to be uplisted to the NASDAQ. Their primary objective for Fernhill is to build the company over the next 12 to 18 months where it can uplist to a senior exchange like NASDAQ. We do know that the NASDAQ has 3 different listing standards, and Fern would need to qualify for at least one. This includes the equity, net income, or market value standards, in addition to meeting certain corporate governance requirements. If and when Fern is successful, a nice bump up in the stock price would be expected. In the meantime, unfortunately, per this screenshot of Fern's income statement, they have not yet generated any revenues. But their operating expenses are really low, with only $55,365 in 2021. This should enable them to quickly build revenues once they have business coming in the door. Before we move on to Sybil's updates and a comparison to Fern, along with my recommendations, you should be aware that as of June 30th, Fern had 1.9 billion shares outstanding and a 1 billion share float. It's amazing that the stock moves as much as it does with a float of this size. And remember that as of September 30th, their short float percentage was 29%. Here you can view a year-to-date chart for Sybil. Cyberlex stock took off about 3 months after Fern started its run upward. But you can see that Cyberlex chart has been a lot more stable, with only one major pullback that involved 8 red days and a 48% decrease in price from the highest point. I should mention that all of the charts I am sharing today are reflecting Heikin Ashi candlesticks, which makes it much easier to spot a stock's trend. See the link in the description below to my video on the benefits of Heikin Ashi charting. You can see here that for 2019 and 2020, Cyberlex also has not produced any revenues, as the COVID pandemic resulted in an almost complete shutdown of their business. They, oddly enough, in 2020 do show a type of income labeled as other income, but this was noted on their financial statement as a long-term note payable that they retired as a result of no response from the creditor. They last heard from this creditor in 2011. Cyberlex has elected to retire the remaining balance of the liability incurred in the amount of $3,107,318 and to reflect the write-down as extraordinary income. But Cyberlex has reflected revenues of $367,000 in the recent June quarterly filing, which is when their stock took off. My final take is that because Sybil has been able to generate revenues in the past and is more established, investors have been confident in holding through pullbacks. This has made Sybil's downturns less severe, since Fern's value is all based upon speculation of a brand new business focus. It's been clear that investors flee once the short sellers start pushing hard. With stock crashes of 275% and 365%, this makes Fern a very risky play for a long-term swing or investment. Of course, this could all change once Fern starts generating some serious revenues. But remember, this is not financial advice, so do your own due diligence. I always love hearing from you, so please let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are about Fern or Sybil. I'd also love to hear about any other stocks that you are excited about right now. Also, go to the link in the description below to sign up for our newsletter that will notify you about important stock alerts and upcoming videos and investing classes. Go here to view my first detailed video on Sybil. Go here to discover hidden gems in our penny stock video playlist.